Hello and welcome to this edition of Saturday Chat with Big Scott 35. I didn't do one last week because of work. I'm just trying to make a little extra cash when I can. Have some big plans for me this year. Um, Hopefully, I can do them all. So, just I have plans to go to uh, what is it, Philly in March for the show. I have plans to go to the National in July, in November to the Fall Expo. And I'm going to try to get to one of Chantilly shows this year. Now, I'm going to get more into that in a minute, but I just wanted to put that out there at the beginning of this because usually I talk about the week there was, week there will be, and what's going on in my hobby. I just wanted to kind of put that out there because I'm excited for it, big plans. So why I'm, not buying as much and stuff like that. So the week there was Sunday night chat. We had Nats Man back on the channel. Great to see him catch up with the Nats Man. Everybody loves to see Nats Man. It just brings a lot of energy to the channel, to the show. It seems like the chat snaps up. We just have a lot of fun. Wesker Griff comes in, joins us. I was glad he was there. And hopefully we have the friends of the hobby this week, and I'll get more into that here in a minute. So we also had, let's see, so we get to Monday, me and my dad, we didn't have a lot to talk about. We just, reminiscing, just chatting about baseball. Hopefully we have a little bit more to talk about this week. Still not a whole lot of moves, but, we'll see. Let's see. We are counting down. I mean, getting close to pitchers and catchers, about a little over a month away. Then it'll get spicy. Let's see. Then Wednesday, got my PSA return from October of 22. Yeah, I don't want to get into that too much. Just happy to have it back. Some things like, worked out where I have quite a few Otanis in that one, Judges, so I'll be ready for opening day. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. So that kind of gets me to where I'm at now and what I really want to chat about. And this is kind of a deep thoughts weekend, chat weekend. Yes, going to several different shows this year. Not really going to many small locals, going to more the bigger ones. I really want to check the Philly one off, and then hopefully next year I can get to the Dallas one, and maybe Burbank. I do have those. I do want to go to a couple of bigger gaming shows too, because I do more than just cards. Retro gaming is part of my hobby as well. Up to modern gaming. I don't just like cards. I love it all. But I do have on my bucket list to go to Star Wars Days, which is convention one time when it's in the U.S. I don't really want to go to London or Asia, which I would love to do. Love to go to an Asian one, but just don't have the funds for that. But let's get to what my kind of a deep thoughts. I want to continue on with this conversation with friends at a hobby tomorrow night. Is just pricing again. I know we're feeling like we're coming back out of this pricing hike and things are coming back to where they're reasonable. I feel like buying singles again is fun. Yes, you got to really hunt and be patient. Patience is, a huge thing in this hobby. Wesker Griff talks about it a lot. Um, you have to be patient and just wait. Don't If you don't feel comfortable paying the price, then don't pay it. Um, you can make offers. Offers doesn't hurt. If they block you, they block you, whatever. But if it's way out of range, better than to, offer a low ball. But, you know, my more concern is box prices, hobby boxes. I thought by now there'd be some reasonable prices. And I watched a couple of videos this week, friends. One was Carlos. He has a podcast earlier in the week with Bobbles or with Brandon and Brendan and Eric, which I don't know if they meant to, but they talked a while about the upper deck pricing on hockey right now. Uh, you know, how much it is to buy some of that stuff. The tin cup is crazily priced for what you get. And now Series 1 was a little bit higher than usual, but Series 2, because of Bedard, just a chance to get a Bedard, the price is just gone crazy. And I'm sitting here watching that video and just thinking, actually, I was in my car listening to it, but thinking about, man, I just remember and it wasn't long ago that they sold the cards, Tops and all the dealers the creators of the cards, whoever the owners, would sell it at the price that they needed to get back for creating such product. And then the distributors would sell it and get their little chunk. And then you still, at the hobby level, if I was buying online or at a hobby shop, I still was not paying crazy amount. Now that was the third person. Now, even if you're buying direct from the company itself, they're starting to get in because they saw what their prices were on the secondary market. So now on the secondary market, after that markup, we've gone stupid. I did go looking today at older stuff. Dave and Adams, who I really, really like buying from. I'll plug them. I don't get anything from them, but I see now that older stuff are starting to come down. Um, not everything just because it's older goes up, but some of it is just ridiculous. And I used to buy some of the high end product. What used to be high end product, now it's like middle end product, like museum collection and tribute. I can't afford that anymore. And what I look for is entertainment value. I have never been a seller until recently, here in the last 4 or 5 years. Um, and even then, it's a reluctance and it's more of a space thing. I just trying to make space because I don't have, you know, now that I'm in an apartment, I'm out of a house. When I was in a house, it really wasn't that big of a deal. I already had plans to how I was going to even start having to, when I ran out of room, that way I had it to where I was going to rearrange everything and kind of make it into almost like a library look with rows of boxes on, if you remember how it was behind me at the time, it was more flat against the wall. I was going to make rows like a library. So to add a couple of more racks in there. Um, But now I almost have to sell just to purchase things. And I know that's what a lot of people in this hobby does, and you're going to tell me that's the smart way to hobby. Um, but that's not the old school way of hobbying. That's you bought packs. Now you can't even find a pack unless you go to a hobby store. You're not finding packs. You might find a fat pack or a hanger box or whatever. Uh, but now those are being in retail. They're being priced. I talk about opening retail here. Uh, Still have fun doing it, but I try to be smart at what I'm buying. When I see the clearance stuff, I tend to more go to that, because for me, it's an entertainment value. I don't look at this hobby as an investment. This is a personal thing, and I know other people look at it differently. I don't look to make any gains out of this hobby. I know if I ever have any financial stress, I can sell off pieces to relieve that. Uh, but I don't look at it that way, because unless I absolutely have to look at it that way, right? But right now, I'm getting to that point where I look at new product coming out, and Carlos was talking about that, and then I watch Mike O open up about our Prism blasters and Omega, and I'm like, they're selling for $800 a box, hobby box, and the cards are not different. They look the same as the Prism has for the last 10 years. The designs are nothing different. It's lazy done. They looked better quality, like centering and stuff this year. But my God, he opened up a blaster and you get one insert per blaster outside of the pink disco ball that you got in every pack. But he got opened up 3 blasters and got 3 inserts. And I'm sure those blasters are $35 a blaster. I mean, now when I go to Walmart and I pick up a blaster, that's a quarter of my purchase at Walmart is picking up a blaster box. When I go grocery shopping or picking up a few things for the house or whatever, I look at things like that. I have a single income, and I know not everybody's not in the same situation, and some people might not feel. I don't know who's buying these boxes, and I feel like a lot of these boxes are getting put away in for to sell. We're because the boxes, you buy an $800 Prism box, and as soon as you open it, you might get $100 value out of it. But if you resell it, you might get $1,000 as the box. I don't understand that. I don't know why. I think what is it? It's $300 or $200 for Series 2. It's way more than what it usually is for hockey, for a chance at a Connor Bedard. And I think there's only 4 or 6 of those rookie cards in there. And you got to think there's like, I don't know how many of the different ones. The chances of you hitting the Connor Bedard is slim to none. You probably have to open up a case. I think Brandon Bobbles was saying you would have to open up a case and you might get 1 or 2 out of that case. And the case is what, $1,200? Well, no, $2,400. And in those resale values, and I'm talking about a value, and I hate talking about value, but that's what we've gone to. I don't open a box to go, oh, can I get my money back on this? No, I want to open it and go, hey, what am I getting out of it? I can't wait to see what I'm adding to my collection, even the base cards. But I feel like those days are gone. I do. Um, Really, it hit me this week watching that. Yes, some of the prices have come down, but not all the prices. And then we've gotten to the spot where the opportunity to maybe hit that card is in there. And I've talked about it before. I don't feel like it is a part of gambling because you do get something out of it. You do walk away from the table with something in your pocket. Um, of course, it is a form of gambling, but not true gambling because you walk away with something in your pocket. You're going to win. Now, do you win your money back? Probably not. Even if you hit the big cards. Uh, I tell you, for you flippers out there, if I was y'all, I would start looking more at other stuff out there and hitting rookies and it got cool inserts in it and stuff like that. You're probably better off grinding that stuff and making more money out of that than trying to buy an $800 box and getting that one card that's going to change your life or whatever. I don't know what you're looking for. I really don't. Out of this year's Prism, what auto, what one of one, what are you looking for out of an $800 box? I you know, I really don't know. Are you looking for, the Colts quarterback, the Titans quarterback? I'm lost. I am. Um, for somebody who's been doing this a long, long time, trying to figure out where we're at as a hobby. I'm starting to understand more and more how these vintage guys feel while watching people like me uh, that do. I collect all ages, and but when it comes to modern right now, I'm trying to understand. I'm a little nervous what's going to happen with baseball because baseball came back down, probably averaged about $30 more a box than what it used to be, except for that middle to high end, um, like the gilded. I don't know who can afford a box of gilded. I don't, other than breakers, I don't know who. And thank goodness we have breakers now because without them, nothing would get open. We'd be just buying and selling boxes, I believe. I really do believe that. Outside of retail stuff, I think the hobby boxes and even maybe some of the blaster stuff. And I can't blame people for not opening it because as soon as you open it, you feel like you're a loser. And this comes from a guy that's a collector, and I have to sell now. I'm at a point, and I've talked about this in my past where I felt like I had to sell, but really now I feel like I have to. And I mean, I'm on a sell thing where I'm doing literally quarters at a time sales to add up to get, one nice card, which I have no problem doing. Loving selling 200 cards to get one card. Uh, People get cards they want, they can flip them, make more money. I don't care. It frees up space in my collection to get stuff that I really, really want. Um, because I've talked about it numerous times, numerous times. I used to not be any type of a super collector. I didn't even know that existed till I started this YouTube world. Um, yes, I was a huge Gary Carter guy. I was also a huge Cal Ripken guy, still am. Ken Griffey, Frank Thomas, they were my favorite guys. I picked those up more than not. But I also picked up all the superstars, all the rookies, anything that I can get my hands on. Bought several different boxes. Uh, those days are gone now. Those are gone. I'm a singles collector for the most part. I wait for others to open up the boxes and get what I can get. And yes, I'm still having lots of fun, huge fun in this hobby. Not saying I'm not. This is not a downer. I'm just trying to get a feel. Is old school collecting gone? Um, and I I just feel like buying a hobby box, because if I buy a hobby box now, it's going to probably be a non-sport because I like a lot of like TV shows or movies or I love my Star Wars. I love the characters. So I love a lot more of the characters in my collection than I do having just a bunch of generic baseball players. Um, that I have 4 or 5 copies of the same picture, but just a different border, or it's Topps Holiday and not Topps Series 1 and that type of thing, or opening day or whatever, which they don't have anymore, but still you get the point. That I don't know. I feel like my fun days of opening up hobby is gone, and hobby boxes. And I'm still, like I said, having a lot of fun hunting. I sit here, I get on the computer. I'm not buying as many high end stuff anymore, but I'm filling gaps in my like David Wrights and Ken Griffey. And like Griffey or Frank Thomas in the '90s, some of those inserts can start running you a little bit. But if I get one here and there, and go to a show and pick up some vintage, uh, I feel very, very fulfilled in this hobby. And then you add on the friendship, which we talk about to nauseum in this hobby. Um, you know that's where it's at, in just a plus, and it's just awesome with that. But I just wanted to bring that up, chat about it for a minute. That was my thoughts. I'm wearing my Cowboys hat, ready for the weekend. Chilly weekend. Hope all the games go off. I hope it's not too bad. I know that Chiefs Dolphins game. I'm so glad to be here in North Carolina and not in Iowa right now. They're getting smoked, really hammered. I know a lot of my friends across the country are getting hit with snow and ice. So I hope everybody stays warm and safe out there. And I think we might get snow Tuesday here, from what we're 60% right now. Not happy about that. But yeah, looking forward to the games this weekend. And see what else we got. So tomorrow night, like I said, I want to continue this conversation. I think it's one that we'll have some fun with. I'm sure I'll get some emo Scots, because it's just it's not heartbreaking or anything. It's just uh, coming to that realization this week. Kind of like was like, whoa, it's just a hobby, so it's not like life threatening or anything like that. It's just I have to be smarter, and I've been saying that for weeks, and I've been talking about for weeks now, months even, on how to, or me doing a lot more budgeting, being smarter at what I purchase. Uh, and this Wednesday, I'll show off some more of that. Uh, and me and my dad Monday, we'll have another chat, and I'll see you here again next Saturday. But till tomorrow night, please come by. Um, with this topic in mind, or other topics we can talk about. I know it's a little quiet here right now in the hobby. I don't want to say dead spot, because we still have like basketball, football. I feel like Panini's being really, really lazy. I know I'm not a basketball guy, but I saw, the huge rookie. They just put his rookie card in front of uh, like a backdrop curtain or something. I feel it feels like Panini's being very, very lazy right now, just fulfilling their contracts, um, which is understandable. But still, as a card collector, I still pick up some football here and there. But I saw that Prism stuff this week. I was just like, it just doesn't do anything for me. Um, and I did see the new tops design. Mixed feelings. I think it's a little bit too busy for me. It looks like something they were looking forward to, like doing Cosmic or some of their Chromium products. Um, and if it already has a black border, how are you going to do the black variant? But I know they're supposed to be doing from what I read on the thing, a color variant that's a team match color variant. That's going to be interesting to see. Um, like for the Mets, I'd rather see orange than blue. Nationals, I kind of like to see the red more than the blue. I think the blue is always a little boring. Or red. I think I like the more color pop with the other ones. So if that's a thing, a true thing, and if it's what I'm thinking, it's what they're trying to describe, I'm interested in that. Um, but I'll come by tomorrow night and we'll chat and we'll see you there. So like, share, tell a friend. Uh, hit that like button. Not getting any thumbs down, up, whatever. Get views, get a few people, questions and whatnot, but not getting that thumb love. I like to be thumbed. So till next time, see ya.